Hey, what's up, YouTube and RC groups? Stupid Monkey here. Haven't seen me in a while. I've been a little bit busy with work and a couple other things, so really haven't had time to make any videos. Well, last time I made a video, you guys got an onboard footage of the last flight of my air trainer. I'm still not too sure what happened. I think that the nose gear failed on takeoff. That's why the plane made the abrupt left-hand turn it did. I was holding right rudder when I took off, but it was still, you know, it started to turn right and then just all of a sudden turned left. So I don't know if it failed on takeoff or if I broke it when I landed. So this is how the plane is sitting right now. I'm gonna go ahead and take it apart, break into it, and find out what happened. I figured this would be a nice little update video, kind of show you guys what kind of damage was done, whether or not I'm going to be able to repair it. I'm pretty sure I am. What I think happened, and you know, it's speculation at this point, but the bracing that I put into it, I don't think that I actually got it glued to the back of the firewall. So there was still flex there. I'm going to try to rectify that situation today. Hopefully get the plane together today so I can fly tomorrow. The weather's crap out here, as it is through most of the country right now. So more or less, it's going to be a day of you know, check out what kind of damage we got and try to repair it. And then what I'm going to do is the next video I do, which will be today as well, I'm going to show you guys how to connect your Lipo batteries in series and in parallel. I'm going to build a couple leads, kind of show you guys how to do that. So today's going to be a pretty interesting day, I hope. You know, I'm kind of looking forward to getting the plane back out. I got pretty discouraged. I wasn't really going to go anywhere with this plane. I was going to kind of, you know, destroy it. I was going to burn it. And, you know, pick up the newer version Skytrainer. The thing is that I've had, you know, a lot of good luck with this plane, and I really like it. I'd hate to do that to it, so if I can repair it and, you know, fly it for a little bit longer, maybe pick up a newer version later on, or I'm really looking at that 90-inch wingspan Cessna. So, you know, I don't know. You know, we'll see what happens. So what we have going on is this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the prop and the cowl. I don't know if my prop shaft is bent, but I got a lot of vibration out of it. I can't see anywhere on the prop where there's any damage on the prop, so I may end up replacing the prop shaft again. You know, a couple little things. We'll check into all that before we call this buttoned up and then move on to building batteries. Alright, so without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and move on. I will be back with you guys as soon as I get the cowl off. Alright? Alright, well, I've got the cowl off, and I'm looking at this, and it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It did break my wooden firewall pretty good. I'm not too worried about that though, because what it looks like is that brace that I put in here, you know, remember these two stanchions I put in? These were not in contact with this firewall all the way. So the repair I tried to do didn't work. I didn't have any glue holding all this stuff, and remember the reason why I should put this in is because this firewall had broke again. So I'm gonna pack this thing full of epoxy. It was recommended I try shoe glue or shoe goo for this stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and epoxy it one more time. If it breaks again, you know, whatever, I don't care. At that point, I will buy a new plane. This right here is, you know, I'm not too unhappy with the way this broke. It could be a lot worse. You know, I could be sitting here with a plane that I couldn't put back together, and this is repairable. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and mix up some epoxy, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Alright, well, what I've got here is I've got my epoxy. I'm mixing it up. Right now I'm waiting for it so it's not as runny, so that when I place it and put it into place, it doesn't want to run off of what I'm trying to glue together. I found that works best. Let it set up just a little bit, and then you know, then glue it into place, or put everything into place. Try to put everything into place. Seems to work best for me. So what I'm going to do here, while this sets up for a second, I'll talk to you guys, is I'm going to go ahead and fill this whole area with epoxy, because that's obviously where it's broke at. I'm going to re-epoxy all of this area here, and I'm going to fill this all in with epoxy, and I'm going to put epoxy on, you know, right there where the two pieces go together. Slip it all together, and then I'm going to try to put epoxy down in behind the firewall in between this foam. I don't know how well that's going to work or whatever, but I'm going to try it. Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to try it. See what happens, you know. Don't know. But what I want to do is I want this to be a little bit thicker, so when I go to put this stuff on, it sticks well. You know, right now it's not going to stick so well. Well, it'll stick well, but it'll run. And I want as little running as possible. So keep on mixing it up and moving it around so it doesn't stay in one spot for too long or anything like that. You know, this is all new to me. This whole epoxy and all that stuff. So, you know, I'm still learning. You know, I guess we're all learning together, as I've said a few times before in my videos. It's always something different, something new. You know, like I said before, if this fails again, this plane's done. I'm gonna burn it, I'll set it on fire, I don't know, get rid of, well, I'm gonna keep all my electronics, but I'll definitely, this plane is gonna get torched if it breaks again. I'm done with it. I know I sound like a little spoiled brat, but that's basically all I am, a 36-year-old spoiled brat, so. Alright, well, there's a update on there, and I'll go ahead and let this set up a little bit more, and then I'm going to go ahead and get to gluing. And I need both hands for that, so I'll be back as soon as I got it glued back together. Alright, so it's all epoxied in. I put epoxy down inside through that little cavity I have in here. There's a little cavity there you can't really see because of the lighting, I guess. But let's see if I can't move it around. Yeah, anyway, down inside that, I put epoxy down in there. I dropped epoxy down in here, left it kind of at an angle so it'd drop into this mounting point there. What had happened is when I put this thing together last time, you know, I'm pretty sure you guys watched the video on that, I did not get any epoxy in here where it broke. I just kind of pushed it all back. I figured that'd be okay. I was hoping epoxy would seep in behind here, and it didn't. So it was a what do you call it? A piss poor repair equals piss poor results, right? So, you know, it is what it is. It's back together now. I'm gonna let it set up for a little bit. We'll probably I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a couple videos on how to wire up your battery so you have a series and a parallel battery. Or at least show you guys how to make leads, series and parallel leads. I'm not going to keep the leads. It's going to be a really quick, just kind of show you whatever. Well, I may keep the leads. I don't know. I'll figure that one out. But I'm more or less just doing it to show you guys how to do it. Something to do. I'm bored. All right. So we're fixed as far as I'm concerned. You know, if I get 3 more flights out of it, I'll be happy. Seems to be the way things roll with this plane. You know, 3 or 4 flights and bring her home and repair it. 3 or 4 flights, bring it home and repair it. But you know, hey, screw it. It's fun, and you know, I give you guys something else to watch other than, you know, all of those what is it called, the when you click on a video you think it's supposed to be and you've been rickshawed or whatever it's called. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. I've said that probably, 4 times now with these repairs on this plane. You don't know how ecstatic I'd be if this plane would just fly. I know that the reason why I'm going through these issues is because I came in hard on it, and, anytime you come in hard on plastic or wood or anything like that, you're going to cause things to fracture and break. So I just count myself lucky. This is my first, not giant scale, but large scale airplane. So the fact that it's lasted as long as it has without any major breaks, when I say major breaks, I'm talking about wings or fuselage or tail section or anything like that. Nothing else is broke on this plane, so I can't really complain about it. It's been a good plane. I really do like this Cessna. I really like, I like FMS models. It's a crying shame that Nitroplanes is the only one that is authorized to sell these in America. I got a hold of FMS, I sent them an email. I own a business out here, so I figured, well, what the hell, if I'm going to be getting into RCs, I may as well do it full-fledged and try to start an RC shop, which is still up in the air. We may be doing that. But FMS sent me an email back. Appreciated my interest in their airplanes, but Nitroplanes has the FMS models on lock in America, which means nobody else in America can sell FMS models except for Nitroplanes. Stupid? Yes. Very stupid. Take as ignorant as this may sound, but take the power out of the Chinese hands that are running Nitroplanes, and I bet you we'd have a really awesome setup, especially with airfield. All the airfield aircraft that they have it's all FMS, but all the warbirds are awesome. I've seen them all; they're great. The two trainers that they have, the Cessna 182 and the 400, they're awesome planes as well. It's just a crying shame that when something goes wrong, it's your fault that it happened. Oh well, you flew the plane, so that's your problem. That's not customer service any way you look at it. So anyway, until FMS pulls their heads out of their tail ends and decides they want to open up licensing for more people to sell other than just Nitroplanes in America, those of us that don't know better are going to keep on going to Nitroplanes. There are a few other websites that you can go to get parts for this plane. Hobby Paradise is one of them, and then you've got SN Hobbies in Canada. I've done a few Google searches on FMS models, parts and stuff like that. There are another 2 or 3 other hobby websites that you can go to in order to procure parts for these planes. So we're not stuck with Nitroplanes, it's just we have to deal with longer shipping times, and honestly, longer shipping time versus getting something that's crap and being told, oh well, sorry for your luck, too bad. I'd prefer to wait for the longer shipping times. Besides that, I understand that Nitroplanes has jumped their prices up a bunch. So, I don't know what they think they got going on, but I can tell you right now that what they do have going on is a bunch of customers that are folding their arms and going, screw you guys, we're going home. So, that's pretty much my thoughts on that whole situation there. So anyway, while this happens, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break away from the plane for a little bit, put it in the background, and we're going to parallel. First, we're going to parallel batteries, and then I'm going to put batteries in series. So I've got 2 different things I'm going to do here. and we'll see how well this works out. All right. So we'll see you later. Alright, well, while I'm waiting on this thing to dry up before I put it all back together and stuff, I went ahead and drew this out for you guys. This right here is how you set up, or how you would connect your lithium batteries in series. Now what this does is, say you've got, your lithium batteries are 12 volts. I know that they're like 12.6, but just say that they're 12 volt. What this will do is this will give you 24 volts. And if you got a 3-cell pack, which, you know, these are representing a 3-cell, it'll give you 6 cells. So you'll have 24 volt, 6 cell, and with still the 2200 amp hours, right? Now what you do is, again, let's color in these wires here really quick. So you got your ground, right? Here's the ground here. A little ground there. Alright. So what you're going to do is on your connectors, you know, you got your positive and your ground, and then a positive and a ground on your connectors. What you do is you put your male end, you know, because you run females on your battery so that nothing can short out your battery. This is a female, so you can put stuff inside of it. Males, you know, is what you put inside of it. So that would be a male, and this is a female. Okay. So anyway, you put your male end into here, and then you just put a jumper wire between the ground on the one connector, between the negative on the one connector and the positive on the other connector. Just a nice little loop wire. And then your positive would go over to your positive on your ESC, and then the ground that's left over would go over to the ground on the ESC. And again, what this ends up giving you would be, if these were 12 volt, we know that they're 12.6, but we're just going to get rid of the 6. If these were 12 volt, this would give you 24 volt, 6 cells, and 22 amp hour, or 2200 amp hour. Okay? Now if you go to parallel, which I've already got drawn up right here, batteries in parallel. What this does is this leaves you at 12 volts, and it leaves you at 3 cell, but it gives you 4400 amp hour if you've got a 2200 amp hour battery. Okay? And when you're connecting this together, which all it is positive to positive, positive to positive, negative, negative, and negative, negative. Right? So you got your connector here, and you just take a wire out of your 2 connectors, or your positive out of the 2 connectors, and solder them both into the one positive that's going to your ESC. And then the same thing, you take both grounds and solder them to the one connector that's going to the ESCs. So what this ends up doing is this leaves you with a 3-cell battery, not a 6-cell, and it leaves you with 12 volts, but you're pushing 4400 amp hour instead of what would have been your 2200 amp hour. What this does is effectively doubles your amp hour rating for the batteries. The other way around is it doubles your voltage, and basically your cells is what it's doing, is it's jumping your cells up. So I hope this answers some questions. If you guys would like, I'll make a video of how to do it. I'll actually build a couple leads so that you know, you guys can have a visual on how to do it. But this is the best. This is the way I could see doing it. This way you don't have to cut and solder these together. You know, you've always still have 2 batteries, but you've got connectors you could run back and forth between the 2. But I figured that would help out. If it did, let me know. You know, and again, this is in series where the positive and the negative of one battery are jumped together, and you know, the positive and negatives are left over or there. Sorry about the rudimentary drawings. It was something really quick, something I really wanted just to kind of, you know, visual reference for you guys. And again, with your parallel, it's just positive to positive, positive to positive. So you take two positives, solder them into one positive, and then two negatives and solder them into the one negative, and you have it in series. That gives you a 4400 battery. All right, cool. Well, hope this helped out. I'm gonna go ahead and put this beast back together now. She's all glued up, and she's been sitting for almost about an hour. So we should be good enough to at least, I don't know, see what happens. The wind was blowing mighty heavily a minute ago, but it looks nice out now. I'm going to check the weather in a couple local areas. I'm going to check the weather down at my flying field and see what that looks like. If it looks decent, I'm going to go fly. So I'll give you guys a flight video of after repair. Oh, I got to check to make sure that this isn't bent too. You know, I ran a tool up against it and it looks like it's pretty still flat, but I got to make sure it's not bent. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I'll give you guys a quick video of it together again, and I might go fly today. Alright. Alright, well, I'm done with the plane. I wasn't able to build those leads for you guys like I was going to do. I did draw a picture for you and showed you, I mean, as you guys saw, but I didn't have the solder that I thought I had, so I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. Got to pick up a couple other things. If you guys would like me to make a video so you guys can actually see the leads made, you know, done out, leave me a comment, let me know. You know, there's I can do it. It's just a matter of I just got to pick up some things. I wasn't prepared for it. I opened my mouth before I was ready, you know. So anyway, there's the plane. She's back together again. She's on her landing gear. So she is looking good again. Well, good enough. Good enough for government work, right? So I don't think I'm going to have any problems. I got to do a job. I've got to go to a job really quick here in town, and then I'm going to run out to where I fly out over there at the turf farm, and I'm going to get a couple flights in. I'm going to take a couple batteries with me, and maybe I can hook up with Brett Yankee from RC Groups and maybe get some flight in with him, you know, shoot some video of what's going on with him and whatnot. I don't know. But I'm not too discouraged about, you know, how it went back together. Of course, I haven't really been too worried about it until now. You know, I'm kind of tired of fixing the plane, and as I said before, if I have to fix this thing again, it's going to be a torch. It's going to fix it and a lot of heat. So, you know, I'll keep in touch, because if all else fails, you guys will watch me burn a plane up. So, anyhow, yeah, she's all together. Everything, I hooked everything up. I'm going to go put her in the back of the car and take it for a flight. If I could figure out how to make my stupid hat cam work and actually, you know, focus on what I want it to focus at, or, you know, look at what I want it to look at, then I would, you know, get ground video. As it is, it looks like I'm just going to be able to give you guys some air footage again. So you know, whatever. So, you know, hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's another update on another crash, and she's back together, and she'll be out flying today. So look forward to some video of that. All right. Well, you guys have a good day, and I will see you on the flip side. Hey, by the way, don't forget, comment, subscribe, thumbs up. You know, even if it is just to tell me I'm a dumbass, it's always a comment. Doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make me any money. It's just something to do. All right. Well, you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.